Welcome back to Meet the Drapers.
Let's bring on our next entrepreneur. This is Vishnu from Asset Vault. Vishnu, give us your pitch.
Good morning. I'm Vishnu from Asset Vault. 5 years ago, my uncle passed away without a will and testament, and I saw the trouble that our family had to go through to figure out what all his assets were. And eventually, it led to an ugly dispute during their distribution. Our mission is to make intergenerational wealth transfer easy and accessible by leveraging technology. We all work extremely hard to acquire assets: home, car, bank accounts, crypto. However, we fail to take the time to protect them. Succession planning is hugely underpenetrated in India. Over 95% of Indians do not have a will, and that's because the current will writing process is offline, expensive, and time-consuming. It costs $1,000 and over 8 months in courts to get control of one's own estate. Women are particularly disadvantaged. Without children, if you don't have a will, even your self-acquired property goes to your husband and his heirs, while your own parents get absolutely nothing. India's wealth management industry is expected to explode to $63 billion by 2025. Consequently, succession planning will get a huge boost. We've already secured $300,000 worth of revenues and counting, got commitments of $5.5 million for funding, a couple of distribution partnerships in place with tech unicorns in India to offer Asan Will as an employee benefit. We're also being featured in a Bollywood film, and the goal is to raise another $1 million to build the future of financial continuity in India.
Are you just going to be isolating yourself in India, or is there some way to get outside? And is there a reason that you're going to be able to outperform Trust and Will in the global market?
So I think India is an incredibly big market for us. I'll just give you some numbers. The total number of people earning more than $1 million rupees is 33 million in the country. So we don't actually have to come all the way to the US. However, we will be supporting Trust and Will's Indian diaspora customers. So all the non-resident Indians that have assets back home, guess what? They need to write an India legitimate will. We're writing assets also to the blockchain because I'm thinking 2030, a world where digital assets will be the norm.
Is your competition the lawyers?
So short, today we do compete with lawyers, but in the long term, the goal is to actually make a paradigm shift of how you collect digital assets or assets in general and help people unlock the value from them. So with us, the fundamental difference is we are 5 times cheaper and you can finish your will in 20 minutes or less because we are an intuitive app from the ground up. We've launched in India in Q4. So we've already written close to 150 wills here in the local market. And every time we charge $175 per product.
Is there a typical customer?
We are going after the upper middle class and the to-be wealthy India. This is the India that's on Netflix Prime. They're making good money by working in the technology space. And guess what? We're going after 50% women because Succession Act in India is antiquated. It was designed at a time when women were not working, women were not expected to acquire their own wealth.
Yeah.
So we're going after high-risk segments like that. The LGBTQ population in India, 15 million people, absolutely no rights when it comes to paper.
Wow.
Terrific. Thanks so much for being on Meet the Drapers. High five.
My pleasure. Have fun.
So, what did you all think of Asset Vault? That sounds like kind of an interesting product for a lot of you viewers to go try out. What did all of you think? Dad, what did you think of Asset Vault?
Not very enthusiastic. I think they're up against tremendous competition.
He was talking about a whole group of people in India who have sort of been disenfranchised in terms of the will situation, where women have no say in where their money goes, even though they're working, or LGBTQ community doesn't either. So I think it's a really interesting thing.
Neville, what did you think?
They're very specifically solving a problem for India at this stage. There's no doubt about it. There is a hole out here, a black hole. And as you know, India is highly digitized. It's got one of the largest populations which have mobile phones, 900 million phones. If he's able to, sort of make this available and distribute it through these devices, he's addressing something very, very important. And more importantly, not many people talk about this in India.
I like this in that I always like when software disintermediates a population. If it can be done in software, we should do it in software.
And in terms of addressable market, Tim, the upper middle class is a solid 200 million plus there. you know. So automatically, if you start applying numbers in Excel, you get some good numbers subject to your product being easy and people understand what you're doing. I think there's something there.
All right, so let's move on to our next entrepreneur. But before we do, let's see what's going on behind the scenes.
We are very happy to working together as we are a female-centric company. So Rachna, my wife, she understands about the product or need of the woman.
When I got a problem and I use menstrual cup, we sit together and we discuss about this product. I have used multiple products and I have seen the loophole where they are lacking. And we fulfill all the things and we launch our product which is better from the other product.
So we are hoping to reach more women and we also hoping to use the opportunity to capture the market in a big way. Succeeding in this show means a lot to us. Investment can give a big boost to our company and we will reach to the next level.
Follow me on Twitter. I'm at Tim Draper. If you got a great idea, go ahead and send it to me. And who knows, you might be the next big contestant. We'll be right back after this.